Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to get right into our interview with Coach Andy Poole. We had some technical difficulties earlier in the podcast, so we're going to get right into it at this time.
All right, guys, we're back here at Home Turf Sports, and we're going to be sitting down with the head coach of the Braves, Mr. AP Andy Poole. We asked some questions for him and about this week's big matchup with Marlboro County, and we'll get straight into it. Coach, how we doing?
Hey, everything's wonderful. Just got through with practice, and looking forward to a packed house Friday night on both sides of the stadium, so we can give these high school athletes a playoff type football game.
Coach, getting right into it, what's the rival mean to you and the community itself?
I'll be honest with you, playing Marlboro, you look forward to playing them every year. Tough team. You're only 12 minutes apart. All the kids know each other. They run each other at the malls and in town and Walmart, so to speak. But it's always good to play those guys. You're gonna get a tough game out of it. It's gonna prepare you for the rest of the season.
Coach, speaking of the history, it gets big between both counties and both teams. How does this game? How do you get your players motivated to play this Friday night?
Well, the thing about it is Marlboro holds a significant advantage over us in the all-time wins column. So when we beat Marlboro County, that pretty much sets us up. We know we can compete with anybody in 2A if we put up a game with Marlboro. Even if you lose closely to Marlboro, you're prepared for, look, we played with some of the best players around, so that puts us in a good situation when we go into the region in the playoffs.
Speaking of Marlboro, you haven't beat them in drastically 5 years. How could this rival win prepare your team going?
Make or break your season, but it could definitely put you in a situation where I know I beat Marlboro County. I know I can play with anybody. They got some of the premier athletes around, especially on the defensive front, and we feel like if our young offensive line can block them, we pretty much look forward to going forward, but playing anybody else and being successful.
Marlboro had a significant year last year, getting back into their deep runs. How do you prepare your team that has a team with new faces and running new offense than last year?
Well, the thing about it is, the thing about Marlboro, they can run anything they want to. They still going to have, good athletes. They're going to have superior athletes. They're going to have superior numbers. They'll probably dress out around, 55, 60, and we're going to dress out about 35. But, the thing about it is, playing different schematics, it really doesn't matter. You got to play your keys. You got to hope for some turnovers. You got to hope, some penalties could, fall your way. We're definitely going to need some things that fall our way to weather the storm, so to speak. So, if we feel like we got a chance if we can get into the fourth quarter.
Coach, the last question I got for you before I let you go. What key players do you need on both sides of the ball to have significant games and come out with a dub?
Well, the thing about it is we got to have Caden Thomas playing on his A game. Our quarterback's got to be able, to spread the ball around, push it down the field when we need to. Read his RPOs. Justin Joint's he's going to run tough in between tackles. We feel like we can get 4 quarters out of him. We'll be right there at the end of it. And Nick Gordon also as well. He's our playmaker. We feel like if we can get him in the end zone, we can get him in space. He can make an impact on both sides of the ball. On defense, Crawford Poole coming off the edge, he needs to cause chaos. He needs to be back there attacking the mesh, hopefully cause some turnovers. Anthony Strong on the other end, he's got to long arm some guys, keep guys off of his body, and keep from getting the edge. And our 2 young linebackers, Brendan Pace and Austin Adams, they have a tough assignment ahead of them. All that misdirection and stuff. They can't get lost in the backfield and look at all that eye candy and get lost. But just think about it: is you give number 9 and number 5 and number 7 a seam, they're going to bust it and be in the end zone.
Well, there you have it, guys. The voice of the Cheraw Braves head ball coach, looking for come out with a victory on Friday night. And there you have it. Any last remarks, Coach?
I just hoping for a safe game. I hope we have a big crowd for these kids. They deserve to be supported by both communities. And whoever else wins this game, we're going to wish them well in the playoffs, and it's going to make us both make us both better for playing each other.
There you go, Coach Andy Poole, getting excited for the game Friday night.